What it do, YouTube? I am back with another video. It's the first video of 2026. I know we are already 15 days in, half the month of January is gone. But I'm here. I don't want to say that I haven't been productive, because I've been very productive in this time. My productivity has been in other endeavors. It hasn't really been on YouTube. But I did tell myself that YouTube, this year, 2026, YouTube was going to be one of my primary goals. So I am back focused on this. Spent 2 weeks focusing on other things that were very important to me that I feel like I neglected in 2025. So now that we're at a good point, I think it's time for me to pick back up on my YouTube journey. And with that being said, today's video is about how you can make 2026 your most productive year yet. All right. A lot of people have goals. They set, New Year's resolutions, agendas, things they want to accomplish this year. So I'm just gonna try to give you some steps that you can take to make 2026 your best year yet. All right. And the first thing is goal setting. All right. We all got goals. We all got things that we want to accomplish. But the big key to that is get very, very specific on your goals. So an example that would be like somebody would say, I want to use 2026. I want to get fit this year. Okay, well, you can write down get fit. But if it's not very specific, how do you know what steps to take to get fit? So you may say, I want to exercise 30 minutes a day, 3 times a week. Those are steps that you can take to get fit. It's a measurable goal. Did you exercise 3 times this week? That's something you can correct and get back on your big goal, which is getting fit. So you got to be very specific on what you want to do. All right. If you can't measure it, you can't manage it. So you have to have measurable goals. All right. So like for me, YouTube, I may say, and I'm not saying this is my goal, but I might want to say I want to post at least once a week. Or I might say I want to post a YouTube video at least two times a week. Those are measurable goals, because I know if I didn't do that, I can pick back up the following week or do extra in order to still meet my long-term goal at the end of the year. So you can do that with pretty much anything. All right. Let's say you want to write a book, or you want to journal, or whatever. You could say it's measurable. You could say, I want to journal. I want to write 300 words a day. That's something that can be measurable. You get what I'm saying? So I think that's very, very important that we write measurable goals, things that we can measure. Another big thing I would say, I know most people go somewhere to work. Everybody don't work home. But your productive space at home or even at work, just make sure you keep that area somewhat neat. Because I notice with me, when my desk area or wherever I'm working at is getting cluttered, I'm way less productive. Because it may be something you can't find. Or you might just look at the area and be like, I don't want to go over there today. I don't want to sit right there right now. Or even if, let's say, if you are a mechanic and you work out of your garage is a mess, you're less likely to go in there and work on your craft. If you're a gardener and your garden is just, you haven't worried about it, you took care of it in 6 months, you're less likely to pick back up on garden because the weeds or whatever are so out of whack. So whatever your workspace is, wherever your productivity area is, it's important to keep that area clutter free, because it saves you time when you're not looking for stuff or having to clean it every time, and it just makes you more productive. All right. Another thing is to schedule your goals. So like going back to the goals, if you have a certain amount of things you want to do or you want to accomplish per day, then set a time slot for that goal. All right. So if you know every day I'm going to work out from this time to this time, you're going to want to do it because you're going to feel bad when you don't do it. So a lot of times we could say, I know when I first like when I would go to the gym, I would say, as long as I go today, it don't matter when. But then I noticed once it get like 4 or 5 p.m., my chances of going is less and less. Me personally, I'm a morning person, so I'd rather go in the morning to get it out the way, and that way I don't have to think about it no more. Then I can focus on something else, like a video, or most of the time I go to class, or whatever. But I know if I do go to class, or I do wake up and start recording a video, my chances of going to the gym is slim to none, because I'm not a nighttime gym person. So it's important that you find a time slot to do. Like if you're working on something in particular, like I said, if you're writing a book, find a time slot that you do that from this time to this time every day. You go to the gym, find a time slot that you do that from this time to this time every day. I know it's easier said than done because things come up. But that's why if you have a time slot, you can find other gaps in your day to just move things around. But if you just say, I'm going to do it, and then you're doing everything else but that, and then it's 5, 6, 7 p.m. and you finally think, oh, dang, I didn't do this today. You're probably not going to do it. So it's important that you have a time slot, and it's important that you just write things down. When you write things down, it's so much easier to follow things. I ain't going to get into detail, but I got stuff written down everywhere, all around. Like all this stuff is stuff I write down, that's stuff I need to do. This whole thing is full, and I got more spirals up there. But it helps me. And if you're not much of a writer, then everybody got devices, put in your notes or whatever, or your calendars. But I find it better when I actually physically write things down. All right, and then another thing is to track your progress. If you're tracking your progress and you're seeing you get, even if it's one step closer to your goals, you're more likely to continue doing that. If you're not tracking it, you don't know if you progress. That's like me posting a video and not watching the analytics, not watching the views, not watching if I got another subscriber, if I got another follower, or whatever the case may be. If I'm not watching it, I'm less likely to just stop because I'm not tracking anything. The only way you're going to know what you can do better or how you can progress is if you track it. You see where you failed at, you see where you succeeded at. When it comes to the gym, if you've been working out for 3 months and you haven't stepped on the scale, you might stop doing it because you might not see it physically. But deep down, you done lost 6 or 7 pounds. You just don't notice it. So it's important that you track your progress. And then another thing is, I would say, remove friction. So like anything that can stop you, that can resist you from doing what you want to do, then remove it. If you know, okay, I'm a last minute person, so I know I gotta be at the gym. I gotta be at work at this time, and I'm always late because I'm always like, it takes me forever to find something to wear. Removing that friction would be putting your stuff out the night before. If you know you want to go to bed this year at a certain time so you can get up and take care of things that you find important, then removing that restriction or friction would be deleting apps that you doom scroll all night. Or it can be people that you know don't support your goals, know that's going to pull you in the opposite direction of what you're trying to accomplish. Sometimes you got to remove that friction. You have to set limits, because I'm telling you, the biggest thing that stops people from achieving their goals is other people. It just is. They put that negativity around you, or they don't support your goals. It might be somebody you truly care about or you truly love or whatever, and they don't support the goal. It's a good chance you're going to stop doing it. Or you just got to remove that restriction, remove that friction. All right? Lastly, I'm going to say lastly, but another thing is expect setbacks. Nobody's perfect. Nobody's perfect, especially if you're new to writing things down or setting goals. Some people have never set a goal in their life, But if it's something new to you, just know that it will be setbacks. It will be failures. It will be things that you thought you could achieve and you don't. But that's fine. It's just things. It's lessons. It's just never. If you fail, just get right back on track immediately. Don't linger in it. Don't beat yourself up about it. Just pick back up where you left off, and then surround yourself with a great support system. People who going to support you. People going to tell you, hey, did you do this today? Did you do that today? Did you record a video today? Did you go to the gym today? That's the people you want around you, because they're going to push you to go to the extra mile to reach those goals that you want to reach. And now the last thing I want to say is just reflect. Spend a time every month. If you want to do it weekly, if you want to do it monthly, if you want to do it bi-monthly, if you want to do it quarterly, whatever, just pick a time frame to reflect on what you did. You want to ask yourself what worked, what didn't work, what needs to change, what could I do better, why didn't this work? If you start asking yourself those questions, you can start making those changes. And like I said earlier, removing those resistance, removing those things that's keeping you from reaching the ultimate goal, and whatever that goal might be. I know for everybody, it's not always financially. Sometimes it can be, like I said, physically. It could be eating better. It could be not drinking soda. It could be spending less time on your cellular device. It could be making more time for you. It could be something as simple as like, I want to go have a me day once a month. It could be something as simple as but that's measurable. Like, did I go and take care of myself this month? No? Okay, well, I got to figure that out next month. Everybody has different goals. Everybody has different agendas. And everybody has different things that they want to accomplish in life. So you got to find what you want. You have to get very, very specific on what you want. Take some time. Take an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. Just write down everything you want to achieve. Just write it down. And you just start. And you'll be surprised at how much stuff you knock off the list in a 1 year time frame. It was a time, I think, what? It was a time I went like 6 months recording one video on YouTube. And I ain't saying I got that much better, but I think November, December, I had like 6, 7 videos recorded. To me, that's a big gap when we went 6 months with only one. And that's only because I made a decision I'm going to do better. I'm going to do better. And then this year, this top of this year, there was other areas in my life that I said I will dedicate the first couple weeks of January to. And I did. And I feel like I have gotten better. And I'm at a place now where I can start taking this more seriously. And also don't overthink things. Like, I know it's a lot of times I'll get on this YouTube and I won't record a video just because I don't know what to record. I don't. But this is easy, just getting serious and talk, because these conversations I have every single day. So that's why you see less of the vlogs and you see more of these, because this is easy to me. I don't have to overthink it. I don't even have to think about it at all. I just come up with a topic in my head and I sit down and I'll talk about it. But I will say everything that I do say on these videos is something that I am actively practicing. I do get up in the morning. I write down my goals. I do weekly. Check what did I accomplish, what I could have done better. I do that. I do try to stay positive, and I have removed some people that don't support my goals. So that's all I want to say. It is January 15th, and today is what? Thursday? Yeah, Thursday. And the goal, I'm setting my goal here so y'all can hold me accountable. In the next 15 days, by the end of this month, I want to have at least 15 days, at least 3 more videos. So at least a video over 3 more days. So that make 4 videos for the month of January, which means I did a video a week. Not technically, but I did. Alright, but thank y'all for tuning in to the channel. As always, if you're new, make sure you like. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you share if you think this message can resonate with somebody else that you know. Don't gatekeep. Don't gatekeep. If it's positive for you and you feel like somebody else that you know can use this information, share it. Why not? Sharing is caring. Alright, and until next video, peace out.